Good afternoon. Like she said, I'm Elisa Howell. I teach 4th and 5th grade math and 5th grade social studies at McDowell in Floyd County. This is my second year teaching social studies. The first year that I taught, I co-taught with another teacher, and she actually taught, and I just kind of hung out basically to learn the content, and because I was a primary teacher, I taught first grade. So as I was watching all this social studies unfold, I was bored. I thought, this is boring to me. They were reading out of a textbook. They were answering questions. It was your traditional classroom from the 80s and 90s. So this year, when I started teaching social studies, I said, I've got to turn this around somehow. So about the second week of school, I sent the students a survey. And on the survey, they had questions like, what is your favorite subject? What is your least favorite subject? Those types of questions. Well, it was overwhelming. Social studies is my least favorite. So I was asking them questions. I was like, why is it favorite? This is boring. I hate this. All we do is read. All we do is answer questions. So a couple days later, my son had a pair of these virtual reality goggles that my older son had given him. And he was running around the house and doing this. And I was like, Gabe, what are you doing? He said, I've got this app on my phone, this Discovery VR app. He said, and I'm looking into all these different places. And I said, what kind of places? He said, well, anywhere. He said, you can go to Mount Rushmore. You can go to all the landmarks, the 7 wonders of the world. So I said, let me see that a minute. So I took that from him, and I was looking at it, and I was like, my students would love this. This would really get them into social studies. We don't have a lot of money at our school to take field trips, and virtually it's impossible to go to all these places. So I said, what if my kids could go into these Native American shelters that we're studying? What if they could climb these mountains and describe what they're seeing? What if they could go canoeing down a river and describe what they are doing? So this email came about this program, and I thought, I'm going to see if I can get some of those goggles. And lo and behold, I got the grant. So my grant is going to be for a class set of goggles, and my school also is purchasing Nearpod. Have any of you used Nearpod before? Nearpod is super cool, and it has a virtual reality session in it where the students can do virtual reality lessons while you're teaching. So that is one of the things that I'm going to do as well. I'm going to have the virtual reality goggles, and I'm going to get 4 small iPods because most of my students in my room do have devices, and I'll send a remind home to the parents telling them to bring their devices the next day, and they'll all have phones, and they're all going to get the app. We've already checked into that. So I'm going to get a few devices just for those kids that don't have them, and there's usually only 3. That's the most amount of students that's not had a device in my room is 3. So I'm going to get 4 iPods that way in case there's a problem. So that's pretty much it. We're going to use the goggles to go right into social studies. Is there any questions? Nope. And that's it. Thank you.